Family is traditionally viewed as a primary source of emotional support, identity formation, and social stability. However, an increasing number of individuals choose to distance themselves, or completely disengage, from their families. This decision is often misunderstood and socially stigmatized. This research report explores the psychological reasons behind family estrangement, examining emotional, cognitive, developmental, and socio-cultural factors that influence such choices. Drawing on theories from clinical psychology, attachment theory, trauma studies, and family systems theory, this report aims to provide a comprehensive and research-based understanding of why some individuals walk away from their families and the psychological consequences of this decision. Family relationships are often assumed to be permanent and unconditional. Societal norms promote the belief that family bonds should be maintained regardless of conflict or emotional harm. However, psychological research suggests that not all family environments are healthy or supportive. For some individuals, walking away from family becomes a coping mechanism, a survival strategy, or a necessary step towards psychological well-being. This report investigates the psychological motivations behind family estrangement and challenges the moral judgment often associated with such decisions. Family estrangement refers to the intentional reduction or complete severing of contact between family members due to unresolved conflict, emotional distress, or psychological harm. Estrangement may be temporary or permanent, partial, limited contact, or complete, no contact, initiated by one individual or mutually agreed upon. Psychologists emphasize that estrangement is rarely impulsive. It usually results from long-term emotional strain. Attachment theory suggests early relationships with caregivers shape emotional regulation and relationship patterns. Secure attachment, healthy emotional bonds. Insecure or disorganized attachment, fear, avoidance, emotional withdrawal. Individuals raised in emotionally neglectful or abusive families often develop avoidant attachment styles, making emotional distance a protective response rather than rejection. Many individuals who walk away from family report emotional abuse, physical violence, sexual abuse, chronic invalidation. Repeated trauma within family systems can lead to complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, characterized by emotional dysregulation, hypervigilance, low self-worth, difficulty trusting others. Cutting contact may be a way to stop re-traumatization and regain psychological safety. Family systems theory views the family as an emotional unit where dysfunctional patterns can persist across generations. Common toxic dynamics include scapegoating, enmeshment, parentification, emotional triangulation. Individuals who attempt to establish boundaries may face resistance, guilt, or punishment, leading them to exit the system entirely to preserve mental health. Emotional abuse, such as manipulation, humiliation, gaslighting, and control, can be as damaging as physical abuse. When such behavior is normalized within a family, leaving may be the only path to self-preservation. Psychological well-being depends on being seen, heard, and understood. Families that dismiss emotions or invalidate experiences contribute to anxiety, depression, identity confusion. Walking away may help individuals reclaim their emotional reality. Healthy relationships respect boundaries. Families that ignore personal autonomy, especially regarding career, marriage, lifestyle, or beliefs, can create psychological distress, leading individuals to disengage. Unresolved trauma passed through generations can perpetuate harmful behaviors. Some individuals choose distance to break the cycle and prevent further damage to themselves or their children. According to Erikson's psychosocial development theory, adulthood involves forming an independent identity. Families that suppress individuality can hinder this process, making separation necessary for self-actualization. Short-term effects, guilt and grief, anxiety and social judgment, loneliness. Long-term effects research indicates many estranged individuals experience improved self-esteem, reduced anxiety and depression, greater emotional clarity, stronger chosen relationships. Estrangement, while painful, can result in psychological growth when supported by therapy and healthy social connections. In collectivist cultures, family loyalty is strongly emphasized. Choosing distance can lead to social stigma, shame, isolation. However, modern psychology recognizes that cultural norms should not override psychological safety. Mental health professionals increasingly adopt a non-judgmental stance toward family estrangement. Ethical practice emphasizes client autonomy, emotional safety. Trauma-informed care therapists do not encourage estrangement, but support clients in making decisions that prioritize mental health. Greater awareness of emotional abuse, validation of estranged individuals' experiences. Development of family-neutral therapeutic frameworks, public education to reduce stigma. Walking away from family is rarely an act of cruelty or selfishness. From a psychological perspective, it is often a response to prolonged emotional harm, unmet attachment needs, or chronic boundary violations. Understanding the underlying psychological reasons challenges simplistic judgments and promotes empathy. For many individuals, estrangement is not about rejection. It is about survival, healing, and reclaiming one's sense of self.